This is the problem of T section. Here the inverted T section is given. The width of top flange, that is 200 mm, and wave section, that is 91 mm. Then overall depth is 100 mm. Here to find out Ixx and Iyy. Then here the basic problem which is related to mi. Then here in the first step we calculate area. This is considered section 1, this is considered section 2, and this is the reference axis y and this is reference axis x. Then to find out, to calculate areas A1 for two section for A1, that is the area will be 7.8 into 91. This distance is 7.8, that is width of wave section. Then area of section 1 will be 709.8 mm square. Then here area A2 that is equal to 200 into 9, that will be equal to 1800 mm square. Once we find out, or once we calculate areas for section 1 and 2, then to calculate y1 and y2, then here we have to find out the values of y1. We take distance from reference axis x. Y1, that is 91 divided by 2, that will be equal plus 91 divided by 2 plus 9, that will be equal to 54.5 mm. Then y2, that is equal to 9 divided by 2, that is equal to 4.5 mm. Then once we calculate the areas, then we calculate y1 and y2 distance we measure from the reference axis x. Then here calculate y bar according to formula a1 y1 plus a2 y2 divided by a1 plus a2. Then here y bar, that is equal to put up the value 709.8 into y1 is 54.5 bracket complete plus a2 is 1800 into 4.5 bracket complete. Then 709.8 plus 1800 bracket complete. Then final value of the y bar we get 18.64 mm. Okay, once we calculate the values of y bar, then we calculate h1 and h2. y1 is 54.5 mm and y bar is 18.64 mm. Which one is greater? Y1 is greater. Y1 minus y bar, that is equal to 54.5 minus 18.64, that is equal to, we get the final value we get 35.86 mm. Okay, that is the value. Then here h2 we calculate y bar minus y2, 18.64 minus 4.5, that will be equal to 14.414 mm. Okay, then here once we calculate the h1 and h2, then applying parallel axis theorem. Okay, what is parallel axis theorem? This is Ixx, that is equal to ix1 x1 plus a1 h1 square bracket complete plus ix2 x2 plus a2 h2 square. Then we calculate ixx1, that is very important. Here how to calculate ixx1 and ixx2. Then here here we take the next step. We calculate ix1 x1, then formula will be b1 d1 cube divided by um, 12. Okay, then we put up the value of b1. That value of b1 is given, that is 7.8 into d1 is 91 cube divided by 12. Then you can easily calculate the values of ixx1, 489.821 into 10 raised to 3 raised to 4. This is the value we get finally. Then we calculate ixx2. Then how to calculate ixx2? Here ix2 x2, that is equal to, formula will be b2 d2 cube divided by 12. We put up the value 200 into 9 cube divided by 12, that will be equal to 12.15 into 10 raised to 3 raised to 4. Okay, this is the value for the ixx2. Then once we calculate the values of ixx2, then we put up that value in the above equation, that is ixx, that is equal to ix1 x1 plus a1 h1 square plus ix2 x2 plus a2 h2 square. We just put up the value 489.821 into 10 raised to 3 bracket complete plus 709.8 into another bracket 35.86 square plus 12.15 into 10 raised to 3 plus 1800 into 14.14 square. Then final value we get ixx, that is equal to 1.77 into 10 raised to 6 raised to 4. This is the value of moment of inertia about the x axis. Then in the same manner we calculate to find out Iyy. How to calculate Iyy? The by using parallel axis theorem. Therefore Iyy, that is equal to Iy1 y1 plus Iy2 y2. Then here what is the formula for moment of inertia about the y axis? For section 1, the formula will get db cube upon 12, d1 b1 cube upon 12 plus d2 b2 cube upon 12. That is the formula for the moment of inertia about the y axis. Then we put up the value of d1 b1 d2 b2, 7.8 cube divided by 12. Then here plus 9 into 200 cube divided by 12, that is the value. Then here finally we get the value 3.598 into 10 raised to 3 plus 6 into 10 raised to 6. Then final value will get 6.003 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. This is the value of Iyy. Okay. Here this is a very simple problem. Inverted T section. In the inverted T section, we calculate the moment of inertia about x-axis axis and y-y axis. Then here in the initial stage, here moment of inertia about the moment of inertia about the x-axis axis for section 2 b2 d2 cube upon 12, that is equal to, we put up the value 200 into 9 cube upon 12, then that will be equal to 12.50 into 10 raised to 3 mm raised to 4. Then this is the parallel axis theorem. By using parallel axis theorem, Ixx, that is equal to Ixx1 plus a1h1 square plus Ix2 x2 plus a2h2 square. We put up the value for 489.821 into 10 raised to 3 plus 709.8 into 35.86 whole bracket square plus 12.15 into 10 raised to 3 plus 1800 into 14.14 a square. Then we just do the calculation, and after doing the calculation we find out the values of moment of inertia about the x-axis axis, that is Ixx, that will be equal to 1.77 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay. Then here in this problem we also find out the moment of inertia about the y-y axis for the inverted T section. The procedure will be the same. By applying the parallel axis theorem, that theorem is the moment of inertia about the any axis, which is equal to moment of inertia about the centroidal y-y axis passing through the centroid plus the product of area of section and the product of the area of section and square of perpendicular distance between the two axes. Then here the same theorem apply here by using a parallel axis theorem. Therefore Iyy, that is equal to I1 y1 plus Iy2 Iy2 y2 y1 y2 plus Iy1 y1 plus Iy2 y2. Then here the basic thing is here, the h will be equal to 0 according to parallel axis theorem. There will be no distance because symmetry about the y-y axis. Then we just apply the formula for Iyy1 plus Iyy2, that is d1 b1 cube upon 12 plus d2 b2 cube upon 12. We just put up the value for d1 b1 and d2 b2. Then that value will get 91 into 7.8 whole bracket cube upon 12 plus 9 into 200 whole bracket cube upon 12. Then finally we do the calculation, and we can find out the values of Iyy. That value will get finally Iyy, that is equal to 6.003 into the 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Then this is a simple problem, that is the problem which is based on inverted T section, and in this inverted T section we calculate moment of inertia about the x-axis axis and y-y axis. This is a simple way to find out the both values of ixx and iyy. Okay. Thank you for watching this video.